Hi YouTube. As my personal counsellor, I do tell everything to YouTube, regardless of whether it shocks people, regardless of whether it offends people, regardless of whether it... Yeah, you get the gist. So what I'm about to say now is, I don't know, I've just been, let's just put it like this, I've been very bored the last month, and all I've had of Daniel is abuse, so I have had no apologies of any description, and I've give up expecting an apology. So anyway, that's in the past, so I need to stop talking about that. Anyway, what I am going to talk about is what I'm going to be doing on the weekend. Right, I'm not sure if anyone's heard of it. It's an app called Recon. It's God, I just hope my niece doesn't watch this video. In fact, I hope none of my family watch this video. But basically, it's a very kinky app. It's a very fetish-orientated gay app. And I am very kinky. There's no doubt about that. I think what's going to happen... I think God wants me to experience life a bit more. I think God is saying to me, look, you've done loads of meditation. You need to experience life a bit more. I don't know, it's a bit mad, but someone's asked me to move in with them. They live near Bristol, Somerset, but it's a bit more than that. It's like a kind of oh God, I can't believe I'm saying this on YouTube. If my family see this video, they're going to go, "What? What are you thinking of?" It's a kind of master-slave kind of relationship, and I'm only going for the weekend. I'm not moving in. Don't worry about that. I'm not moving anywhere. I'm just going for the weekend till Sunday. And this probably by the time this video is put on YouTube, it'll probably be next week when it's already happened. But I feel excited and scared at the same time. And it's been a while since I felt like that, to be honest. Because God, I'll give all my personal details out on YouTube. There's a certain fetish that I like to explore. I've explored it with Daniel, and I've explored it with Aaron, and I'm going to be exploring it with him. The difference is that he's a lot more dominant than both of them, and Daniel was definitely more dominant than Aaron, definitely. But this guy, who calls himself Master One, right, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be a no, not saying it. I need to say it because it's distracting my voice. I'm trying to write prayers down. You see, what I'm trying to do, YouTube, is I'm trying to write prayers down for the hour, which I normally do every night and every morning. But this is distracting me now because I've been chatting to him for a few hours non-stop on this app, and just basically I'm going to be a maid, is it? I'm going to be a maid, but not just for him, but for a group of men, and I won't be the only maid there. There'll be a few men that are maids, naked maids basically. And yeah, I've told someone. Even he suggested I should tell someone. I have told someone, my friend in Evesham. I told him. But I don't tell my family because they'll be like, no, don't go down. But I don't know, you only live once, don't you? I want to see what it's like. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because I'm not really used to that many people. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to react in that situation. I don't know whether it'll be a mixture of nervous, anxious, probably anxiety, probably nerves, probably fear, maybe, I don't know. But, oh my God. As I said though, there's a certain fetish which I explored with Daniel and with Aaron, and I would like to explore with him. And he's asked me to bring all of the keys down with me as well. So it's like, whoa. If I do that, I will definitely yeah. But I think I might keep one of the keys here just in case. It's very risky to give all the keys away. The only thing that can get me out of that is if he's got all the keys. If I haven't got any of the keys, the only thing that can get me out of that is A&E, and I don't really want to go to A&E. So I think I'll keep some keys here. But I don't know. It's just somewhere called Wincanton or something. 45 miles from Bristol train station. I don't know where that is, but he says if I can get the train to Bristol tomorrow, Friday the 2nd of February. No, Friday the 1st of February. If I can get the train to Bristol tomorrow, the Friday the 1st of February, then there's another train that goes to Canton or somewhere. I've got it written down anyway on my phone. His address and his phone number, so. But if he thinks I'm giving him all the keys to it, I don't know, part of me wants to completely just surrender, and another part of me says no. The logical part of me says no. If you do that, you'll be in a lot of problems. Physically. Definitely. Because if I surrender completely, that will mean giving up this flat. That will mean moving into his. That will mean losing everything. Oh my God, what am I doing? This is beyond obsession. Oh gosh. Subboy 777. I don't know. But oh God, I don't even know where I'm going to sleep. Hopefully in a bed. Hopefully not in a crate on the floor. Hopefully not. But yeah. I mean, if I don't like it, I'll just, you know. He says bring all the keys down with you, all of them. Oh my God. I'll probably do a lot of anxiety videos over the next couple of days if I go through with this. I'm not sure. Why do I always attract so much? Oh, I don't know. So yeah, so he seems like a nice person, and it's only one weekend. What can go wrong? Everything. Shh. Yeah. I don't know what happens at these parties, but I've seen it on his profile. He's advertising parties. He's saying to other masters and slaves to go to the part. He's having a party. He has a party here every weekend, and the slave boys basically serve food on platters and things, naked, and I'm gonna be one of them. You know what? I wanted to do that when I was a teenager, to be honest, but I definitely didn't think I'd be doing that at my age. I mean, I'm 38 years of age now. I didn't think I'd be doing that at 38. I thought I'd be doing it in my 20s maybe, because as I say, I've always been kinky. As a teenager, I used to go to bed and I used to dream of just I used to dream of being tied up and raped, basically. And yeah. Part of me wants to have fun, do you know what I mean? I've always been in a lot of relationships, one after the other, more or less. I've always been in quite a lot of relationships where I haven't give any space for what I want. I haven't give any time to decide, to explore. Other than relationships, I haven't really allowed myself time to explore the wilder part of my nature, shall we say. So how am I going to do my meditation? I can just see myself in a cage going om 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 om. You know what, YouTube, I can already see myself there, so my intuition is so fine-tuned that I can actually see. I can look this way and see into the future. I can look that way into the future. I mean, for instance, earlier when I drank a cup of tea, I tipped all the tea out. And I looked at the tea leaves and there was only like 1 or 2 tea leaves in there, and I could instantly tell what it meant. It had the symbol of a rope going upwards. Obviously it wasn't a white rope, because obviously tea leaves are black, so it was like a dark line going upwards, and that means climbing, lifting yourself up out of your that means going upwards, basically. So the cup's saying that I've hit rock bottom, and now the only way is to go back up again, back up to the surface again. So yeah, I think I'm being over pessimistic about this weekend. I'm sure I'll have a good time, and I'm sure the people will be fine. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, I mean, I've never explored what I want as a person. I lived with Lee for 7 years, and I looked after Lee for 7 years, cooking, cleaning, everything else for him. And then I had a few other partners, and I didn't really commit to them very much. My heart wasn't in it. My heart was very very shut down. So when I went with those other partners, I didn't really feel much for them. They were actually quite nice people. Yeah, they were quite nice guys. There was one called Chris. I actually met him off one of these websites that you wouldn't think you could meet a nice person from. What's the website called? Slave Boys, that's it. I met him off Slave Boys, and I met him in 2013, and I was with him for about 6-7 months. But eventually, because he was very dominant, you see, and eventually that got a bit too much. So I've shaved my whole body tonight, apart from my hair, obviously, and I'm all ready for what happens over the weekend. I mean, oh God, somebody stop me. Oh God. Jesus says he won't stop me. I just looked at that picture of Jesus and says, Jesus, you're going to stop me. He says he won't. He says it's my free will to do what I want with it. He says he won't interfere with free will. It would be a bit of a problem if I was to move in full time. If I had problems there, where would I go? Because I wouldn't have this place to fall back on. I could end up in Bristol or somewhere. I'd probably end up having to live in the city of Bristol, because that's a big city, so there's bound to be hostels in a big city like Bristol. But I don't know, he lives somewhere 45 miles from Bristol. I don't even know where that is, but I've got the address. But I think it's a very bad idea for me to give up this place. A very, very bad idea. And I should be saying that to him as well. But at the same time, the whole of my being is saying surrender. And a tiny, tiny part of my mind, which I feel like is going into hypnosis or whatever. A tiny, tiny part of my mind is saying resist, because you could get into some serious problems. Housing issues for one, money issues for two. But I can't stop myself. Like a moth to a flame. I cannot stop myself. You know that Madonna song? I cannot stop myself. Wish I was. That's what I used to do as a teenager, actually. I used to listen to Madonna. I'd stand on top of my bed and just sing Madonna songs. But I had the music on really loud so no one could hear me downstairs. But yeah, I used to listen to Madonna quite loud in my bedroom. A little tiny box room in Quinton. Maybe my spirituality will actually help the people there to become more spiritual, maybe. I just don't know. I'm not going to stop meditating, that's for sure. I would even meditate in my sleep. I would just be like, hum 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 hum. I need to get back to writing my prayers there. I need to get back to writing my prayers there before I completely dissolve into cosmic consciousness. I can feel the love radiating from my heart to everything. God is gay.